Welcome, YouTube! I bought original art because of that guy.
Hey, let's
You're a
not
bad influence, man.
let's not play the blame game here, Jimmy.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Kavi, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I got my Fauci ouchie on Friday. No, I'm just kidding. I'm good. A little tired, but I'm all right, man. I'm excited about this because I feel like it's been like 2 months, but it's really only been like 3 weeks since the beginnings of this whole deal materialized. And
yeah, no kidding.
there were a lot of steps along the way, and I had to teach you some things. I had to be a little bit patient, but it all worked out, and we're here, so I'm happy.
Absolutely. Yeah. I got my learn on, so I got some new skills to work with.
There you go. Exactly.
Right.
It's all helpful for the future of the hobby.
Absolutely. And I've been excited about this because this is something totally different than I've ever done, in my collecting. Right.
Yeah.
Because it's always it's always felt like really so expensive. Like it's like something I wasn't going to be able to do. So that's, one of the things that's kind of kept me from it, for the most part.
It always is until it isn't. I said the same thing.
Right.
I said the same thing back in 2017 when I thought it was too expensive. And then I started buying my first published pages in 2018. So
that, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
So I wanted to walk through some of the things that you were telling me about the differences between original art and production art. Now, what exactly were they?
Oh, well, you mean like from a technical standpoint?
Yeah,
original art is the original artboard, usually in pencil and ink form, i.e. there was a penciler who is the main credited artist, right?
Right.
And then an inker that inks on top of the penciler, and in many cases, fully or at least partially erases the pencil marks underneath to create a clean finished product. So
gotcha.
It's a collaboration between the penciler, who essentially is outlining the actual what the image is, right? So that's why he's he or she, right? That's why the penciler is usually the main credited artist. But
because they created the art,
right, because they created the image. But the inker or finisher, to use another term for it, is the one that sort of creates the final outline based on what the pencilers put down on the artboard for that OA page to be turned into production art, which is essentially a copy of that, which will then later get colored by a colorist, right? At least that is the old school method. These days, a lot of that stuff happens digitally. A lot of the coloring happens digitally. So there's a lot of differences, in the comic artist landscape with the technology and evolution of the industry. But that's how it worked in the old days. And there's still some guys that do traditional, pencil and inked art today, but not as many.
Okay. Now, when they lay out the word bubbles and the lettering, right? Is that part of that process, or is that a separate process?
Back in the day, it used to be part of the page itself, like either literally physically onto the page or with like stat bubble, like literally like superimposed stat. My stat means like a static copy, like on another piece of paper, essentially,
right?
Either glued or taped over it as an overlay, stat overlay. Nowadays, I think in the 2000s and since, really, lettering is not usually on the page. So a lot of more modern pages, like in the last 20 years, whether they're penciled and inked or they're inked over blue lines, which is a totally different thing, don't have the lettering. I see there are collectors now in OA that pay other people to make the lettering, like to have the have that superimposed over as like an overlay, essentially, on a piece of plastic, like whether it's the trade dress missing on a cover, or literally the word bubbles on a panel page. So you could, if you really want the words on there, if you really want the comic book trade dress on there, and you bought a modern cover that, modern covers don't have the trade dress on the cover, right, for the original art. So there are collectors that kind of go the extra mile to sort of make the piece look as close to the original published as possible, but it's not, that's kind of a taste thing. You hear different things that might increase resale value. I don't know if there's really a scientific study for that or necessarily, but I could see that because, it looks, for certain collectors, having that trade dress or having the story on the page adds value to the collectible or to the experience of owning that piece.
It certainly looks cool. Yeah. I mean,
that's why I really love pages though from the 90s and older, because the word bubbles are on the page. You know what I mean?
Right.
We have the story on there. Yeah.
Oh, that definitely makes sense. So to kind of lay out the story here, what Kavi was talking about before, about like the amount of time that it took. So I happened to be on the hunt, and I stepped into a half-price books out, in an area that I don't normally go to. So it's not one I frequent. And lo and behold, I mean, they had a large selection of comics there, which was, very surprising, and that kind of took most of my attention. But as I'm heading to the counter, I noticed that if you've been in a half-price books, there's a section where they do all the intake of all the books, like all the used books coming in and everything like that. So they got counters and they got, like stacks of books and everything. But up on the top of the bookcases across there, they had lined up pages of original art. And I was like, whoa, what the hell? So I took a closer look and I'm analyzing it. They had a page from Jim Lee. They had some pages from some X-Men books, some earlier X-Men books and some other things. And I was just like, wow, that's really impressive. Of course, I'm looking at the prices and I'm like, wow, some of those prices are whoa. And so I started taking pictures and I started sending them to Kavi, and I'm like, hey, what, is this like normal price? Because, this stuff went from like, what was it, like $500 to $3,500, something like that. It was just like a lot, right? And I was just really, kind of taken aback. Because I never bought the art before, as I was saying, this is something new to me. And doing that, and having that conversation with Kavi here, it kind of opened my eyes to it, and then lo and behold, he was like, I actually like that page, let's talk about getting that page. And I'm like, all right. So
yeah. So I think I also gave you a little bit of like market insights on the X-Men pages that you saw. And, if there's anything, I can't think of a single thing hotter right now in original comic art than X-Men pages, especially if it's from the original run, along the original numbering or whatever.
First 64,
and 90s X-Men artists.
Yeah, John Byrne and Chris Claremont.
Forget John Byrne. Forget John Byrne. That's like, it's impossible. Like, John Byrne X-Men pages from the original run are going for like 20 to 40,000, depending upon what's on the page, and if the whole team's on the page, or there's a wide range there, but the bottom half of the range I can't afford. So I'm just get it when it comes to that. But like all the other X-Men artists are rising popularity. Obviously Jim Lee is probably the next artist down from the, price range standpoint, but all, Silvestri, Mark, Alan Davis, Mark Farmer, like all those guys had their moments on that run.
Right.
And a lot of those, pages are starting to get more popular. And so X-Men art is like a pretty hot commodity these days, for sure. So I gave him a little advice on that, a little bit of price, like what the prices have been lately at Heritage and where else for some of the artists and whatnot. But I also said, hey, like if you think they're willing to deal, I'd be willing to pay X amount for this other page, which was kind of the big boy page of that whatever collection that they were processing, right? Or that they had just recently processed. So I don't remember how many days later you had to go back to do that.
It was like a week or two. Then, it was at least a week before I actually was like at like I had to go back into my office, so I wasn't that far away. And it was like, okay, I'll swing over there, which is like, it's still not even close, right? It's like, O'Hare Airport. I'm like right here, next to O'Hare Airport, and it's like way, to the west. So, but I'm like, you know what? I'll pop out a little early. I'll swing over there and let's see what they're willing to do. And lo and behold, they, after some negotiations for a little bit of time, they took the deal, and both Kavi and I got a little bit of art. Yeah. So we're going to show that here in a second. I'm going to start with mine because
then I had to teach you how to ship OA, which was
that's true. Yeah. Because he was like, "Don't ship it the way it is," because it was just in it was here. I'll just
it was a raw. It was a raw page and a
raw page just in a top loader. So then I had to order art bags and boards. Yeah. Right. To slip them into before it actually went out. And that took more time, right? Because nobody in my area, and surprisingly not Chicagoland area, nobody had original art size sleeves. I had to order pre-combo BCW ones from Amazon to get here. And when they finally showed up, then it was like, okay, now I can actually ship this stuff out. But I'm going to hit this chat real fast before we get rolling.
Oh, what's up, everybody?
Yeah. It's Simeon hanging out here early. John's Comics with Kids, JP's Budget Collective. There's a lot of people. I'm going to have to start doing shows on the weekend. Just a little podcast.
Oh, Cookie.
Magic Lasso.
So.
Is it going? Who else we got? D-Rump. Got to pay your light bill, Jacob. Mr. No Good. Thank you for showing up. Let's see. Who else we got? Simon R. Right on.
What's up, Simon?
And so we got, no, Comic Man Andy's here.
Indeed.
And Simon Comics. Welcome, sir.
Oh, what's up, Simon?
I think I've seen him on before. Comics for Thomas. How are you? Oh, Miss Fuchsia. Sure, soldiers around somewhere.
Biggie
Shaq. My man.
Got some pretty cool X-Men pages. Should be cool.
Yeah. I'm actually pretty excited about this.
Ben?
Ben Compton. JoJo's here. Hi, Aaliyah. Jay Hood. Wow. This is a flowing chat. I can't even read this stuff. I just got to kind of get into it. Chicken Crafter. Discovery Bay. Frisco. Wait. DK, hey, how you doing, Delphia? And Kitchung, I'm sure. Bear Island's here. And Delphia. I think I saw Look who's that.
Hey, Knights. What's going on?
All right, so I pick up the art, right? And I finally get the stuff shipped out to Kavi, and it finally arrives. And I'm like, okay, if I'm going to have to ship this, because I can't just ship this in some kind of flimsy thing. I got to put it in an actual box. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to slip something in there for him to enjoy, particularly while we're doing this. So while I show this off, if you want to start opening up the box and take out the thing that's on top.
Right. What should, because I know you threw in there was an AoK thrown in here. So what do I
Just crack open the top.
If I open it, does that give away the AoK or?
No, just crack open the top. There's something for you.
All right.
Right up there. Okay, and I'm going to go big while we do this. Okay, so one of my absolute all-time favorite X-Men artists is Mark Silvestri, right? I loved his work on the Darkness, but because he came from the X-Men and the time that I was reading the X-Men, when I got into the X-Men, which is the early 200s, following the Mutant Massacre, and when they're out in the Australian outback, that was my favorite X-Men kind of run, aside from the Claremont Byrne stuff in the 100s. So I was able to find art, and I'm going to show the books. I didn't get the covers; they're interior pages. But this is the book that the first one comes from, where they're fighting Master Mold. Where it's not really Master Mold, it's actually Nimrod, who picks up a piece of Master Mold technology and actually turns into one. And I couldn't. I mean, like this was the most stunning page that I saw out of it, and it's page 22 with a conversation between Rogue and Psylocke happening in a diner when Rogue is actually inhabited by the consciousness of Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel.
Dude, I love that page, man.
It is so cool. And I love that all the word bubbles are actually glued onto it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just such a
90s art, right? It's a 90s X-Men page.
Absolutely, yeah. Straight up 90s X-Men page. Dude, and this is just super sweet looking.
Yeah, John's got it. 90s X-Men hotties alert.
Right? It's this first panel here with Rogue's face is just incredible. And it's really indicative of the quality of Mark Silvestri's art.
Dude, I love it, man. I'm so glad that you pulled the trigger on this page and the other page. Like for first pages in OA, like 90s X-Men art, that's pretty damn good, man. That's pretty sweet.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Looks like
way better than my first page.
What was your first page?
It was like 3 or 4 years ago, 3.5, 4 years ago at this point. It was a splash page from an Elektra issue, but without Elektra on it. It's like a guy that Elektra threw out of a building, like crashing down, falling down. But yeah, that's a kick-ass 90s X-Men page, dude.
Right on.
Silvestri's awesome. Yeah.
Don. Very cool. Oh, stop it, George.
So I see what's on the top here, man. I'm gonna have to dig into it.
Go get a glass. Crack it open.
I think I'm gonna save the wet stuff on the desk possibilities for this unboxing. But I'm gonna try to keep this unboxing risk-free if I can.
All right.
The rest of my Red Bull. What's up, Alex?
Okay. So the second one is actually from the following book. And believe me, I wish I could have the cover art here because I'm a huge Havoc fan, right? Like that's my character from the X-Men is Havoc.
I wish I could have a few 90s X-Men covers too, believe me.
Yeah, I bet. I'm sure we all could. And what's really cool about this is page 4 from the interior where they're fighting Master Mold. And I got a nice shot of Havoc right up in here.
Hell yeah.
Right at the top. Forgive the glare on that.
Yeah, that's a cool like group shot right there.
Right. And then I dig the Rogue in the Miss Marvel outfit.
Hell yeah.
With with Psylocke behind her. The original Betsy Braddock Psylocke, right before she became the Asian ninja.
Yep.
Right, she got the big flowing little Red Riding Hood look, or little Purple Riding Hood.
Awesome.
But just, oh man, the detail, it's just so good.
Dude, those are great first pages, man.
Yeah, no, it's really, I'm so happy that I did get it. I'm so happy.
I thought the prices that they had for them were basically fair market value prices, and I think you got a little bit of a discount on that. I got a significant discount on my page, which I couldn't believe, frankly. And I'm very happy
to work that deal.
Very happy about that.
So let's switch up.
Yeah.
And you've got yours.
Okay. Well,
throw that over there.
All I've done is pull the wine bottle out of this box so far.
Okay.
So let me go underneath here. All right.
So, funny story. He's asking me, hey, can I open this up? The box got wet in transit. And I'm like, no, you can't open it up.
Okay, wait. So
don't worry about it because it's inside of it's inside of a bag and a board, inside a top loader, inside another box.
Okay, so that is all right.
That was it.
So that's not the other box because I still see something else in here.
Yeah, there is another box, but save that for later. That's okay. Your art right there that you just had.
Okay, so this is an AoK in here.
Yeah, that's the AoK.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Let's be careful right now. I'm going to be very careful opening this.
Oh, so I'm at the counter while you're getting that out. I'm at the counter ringing up, and they had like a little bin right in front, and this was sticking right out of it.
Oh,
and I'm like, I couldn't turn that away because I hadn't seen this one, because I haven't seen this on an actual cover or anything. When he was doing these with like Batgirl and Supergirl and such. But yeah, having that Art Germ Black Canary,
that's a cool
that was
character.
awesome.
Okay.
I think he actually threw it in.
Well, with the amount we spent with them, and goddamn right they threw it in. D's saying, I thought the wine was the AoK. Yeah, so did I for a second.
Yep.
All right. Man, it's awesome to see this in person finally.
Thank you, H.
Wow. All right, so do you want to tell what should we tell a little bit of what this is before I reveal it, or what?
Sure. So this is probably one of the hottest pieces of art you could be getting right now. To be honest,
you could say that. You could definitely say that.
And what's really cool about this is it's a page from a first appearance of a character in Marvel, and it's not just a page from the interior. It is like the first page where they're actually showing off their powers. So
it's two things. It's a page from the first appearance of this particular character's, from the issue of this, the first appearance of this particular character. And it's also within this issue, the origin story of this character was told, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And on this page of the origin story within the issue of the character's first appearance is the first time that this character uses two of their powers.
Yep.
And is discovering it as they are using the powers.
Exactly.
For the first time. So there's a lot going on this page, and
it really is.
And the page was done by a pretty epic team up of penciler and inker in this case, which I'll say once I reveal the page. But that's plenty of teasing, I would say.
I think that's enough. So if you've watched WandaVision, you know who this character is.
Yes.
And I'll leave it to you.
Okay, so this is page 20 from Amazing Spider-Man annual number 16 from the first appearance of Monica Rambeau as Captain Marvel. And right there at the top is where she's feeling weird because she just got hit by a bunch of energy blasts from another dimension, essentially causing her to get her powers.
She got blown into a harbor and she just swam out.
Yep. And so right there in that second panel, looking freaking fierce in a bikini and overshirt, she was undercover on a mission or something. She was undercover on an oil rig in the pages prior to this. But that's where she is phasing through. She phases through, a locked door, essentially, without realizing it. And then right here on this page, or on these panels, if you look at the back of that radio, the wires are cut. But in the next panel, her ability to control radio waves is used without her really realizing it, I guess, right? So those are the first two uses of her powers in her origin, in her first appearance issue. And if you didn't know, this issue was penciled by John Romita Jr. and inked by his father, John Romita Sr.
Epic page.
So Romita Jr., Romita Sr. team up page, first appearance of Monica Rambeau, first usages of her powers. So pretty freaking epic. I have the final colored page. I'll share the screen if you want. You want to share it? Let's see. Chrome. There you go. So there's the colored page right there.
Yeah, a little bit easier to see and understand. Yeah. So conducting the energy through the cable.
Mm-hmm. Here, I'll zoom in a little bit. Here you go. So yeah, I'm freaking stoked, dude. I can't believe that this just showed up somewhere and the timing of it, like the show was still on we were doing this deal. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy to me. Oh man. But yeah, dude, I'm pretty happy. Pretty damn happy with this page in the collection. I've got definitely have some first appearance pages already in my collection, but this has got to be the biggest one by far as far as a Grail. Yeah.
So that's a great question, right? Like,
right?
I've never seen original art at a half price.
To answer your earlier question, if you've ever been inside a half price books, they have an area where they process stuff. I've never set foot in a half price books.
Sure, they don't have them in where you
Ever.
are.
So yeah,
I mean, it's like it's like a Second and Charles, or it's like any kind of like, like secondhand, kind of bookstore, but it's like more on a bigger level. It's just rows of bookcases and stuff, where they have the different books, but they do have a section, where you go and you drop off, your books. But so as it turns out, the previous owner of these pages passed away, and his widow came in and said he's got all these books and everything in this, it's all stored in this storage unit. Mm-hmm. And, if you want to buy everything, just make me an offer. So they went through, they looked at it, and they bought the whole storage unit. And then they brought it in for processing and everything. And they came across these pages, and like they were like looking them up, like shooting in the dark. Like, I don't know what to charge for them. So they just kind of took some averages and threw up some prices and threw them up on the wall.
I mean, I would say that the price I got was probably under fair market value for what the page is. And then since WandaVision has aired, the awareness of who this character is, and then B, future potential for the character in the future movies and TV shows she's going to show up in,
exactly,
is massive. So,
the value of that page is just going to keep going up.
Yeah, so I stole this, and so major shout out to Jimmy for A, finding it at half price books, and then B, making me his first call. So thank you again, brother. I really
absolutely, and anytime. And and there's still some. I may go after that Jim Lee if it's still there.
It was a cool page, man. I mean,
it's a pretty cool.
I think I spent my fair share on this, so I wasn't gonna get any more art in that collection or in that deal. But yeah,
there's one more there that I definitely wanted to get, and there's a couple of Alan Davis ones from.
Yeah, Alan Davis is great. Yeah,
from both the Excalibur issue #1 and the special edition. So I'm like, I'll talk about those in a little bit. But there's one from this issue, 175, from Paul Smith.
Oh, yeah. Paul Smith X-Men art is very, very popular and in demand. It's very hard to find.
Oh, and it's a great page, too, because it's got Madeline Pryor in a Phoenix outfit, like all over the page, right? So I was like, it's Phoenix, right? I got to get it. I mean, even if it's Madeline Pryor, it's a clone of another redhead, right?
Yeah. Well, if they still got it, I would get it.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to try.
Yeah, but, All right, well, should I open the AoK part now? Or
you should totally open the AoK.
All right, let's do it.
I'm going to make you big again.
Put this down carefully here. Okay. All right, well, I'm scared of what this is now, especially because I thought the wine was the AoK at first.
Well, I mean, obviously it's not light. I just wanted to pack it right and kind of use it as like filler material.
You did have to fit 3 uniquely different items in one box there. That's very.
That I did.
I don't think I've ever packed OA. I'm assuming there's a comic in here and wine in one box before. That's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive.
Very, very important point, Donnie. Yeah, Paul Smith is an incredibly underrated artist.
Man. All right. Yeah, he's great. Okay. Okay, this feels like a slab. Okay, now I'm getting concerned. What is this? Is this why there's so many people here? Is this an ambush, Jimmy?
Surprise, motherfucker.
Gotcha.
It
might be.
I love how he's like, I'm concerned, Mr. Kavi Claus, who sends crap to people all the time.
Yeah. Sending AoKs and getting AoKs are 2 totally different experiences.
We all went in on the wine.
Oh, okay. Good. Yeah. Good to know. Good to know. What is this? All right.
Yeah, I'm in here now. What's up, NYC?
Yo, Biggie, what's going on, brother?
Chilling, man.
All right, what is this? Just a note on the outside, or
Yes, it's a note. You should look at that first.
wow, there are a lot of people on this list. Should I read them off?
No, they're here.
Okay. So these are all the people. I don't know if that's even visible. But
It's incredibly small type.
yeah, I don't. All right. Well, thank all of you on this list. Wow, I think all of these people are awesome people in the community. So I don't know what, man.
Not surprisingly, they're all people that you have blessed with gifts of your own, and they wanted to give back.
Wow. I really don't know what to say. That's crazy.
I say flip
Check the book out, man. Daggone.
Open the book.
It's got pull tabs, so it's upside down.
That's a great presentation, aficionado. Good job, brother.
And packing job. Too.
Oh, damn, dude. Really? Wow. This is awesome.
So for those of you who aren't aware or weren't in on the gag, why don't you show it off?
I will.
He's
Little
enjoying
bit
it.
man. He's
Come on,
trying
let
to
him
cry.
share.
All right, so this is a fantastic Golden Age Batman book, which is definitely one of my top collecting categories. And it retells the origin of Batman in a more detailed way than the original origin story, which was told in Detective Comics 33. And it also is the first time that Joe Chill is specified as Joe Chill. Like in Detective 33, he's just like, a gunman or whatever, like a
Random
crime robber. He's not specified as Joe Chill. So in this one, he's specified as Joe Chill, and it's also his death. But really, it's an important issue because of the detailed retelling of the origin of Bruce Wayne. So we're talking about Batman number 47.
Oh, good look.
Freaking awesome book.
Look at that.
And that's it's a CBCS 4/5 off-white to white pages.
Let me just tell you, TJ was not happy about me sending that in a CBCS case.
Oh, dude, I was just about to ask. I saw TJ's name on the list here. Really?
How that yellow pops.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really great yellow cover.
You know what I love about it is like it's got the cowl on the cover, it's got Bruce Wayne on the cover, which like never happens in Golden Age. It's got the bat plane, the bat symbol, and the Batmobile all on the cover.
Yeah.
I gotta say, Jimmy, you scooped my best haul ever for your channel. So
Yeah, that's a pretty good haul, man.
I'm gonna have to rip this and re-upload it to mine.
That's your own video in your time.
That's a good day.
It is a good day, man.
You guys spoil me, man.
Oh, we spoil you. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait. Oh, so
What?
I'm going to step out for a second because somebody else is here, and I'm just going to let these guys talk.
Huh?
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's
Oh,
me.
there he is.
Hey,
Rondata.
Hey,
dude. I'm speechless.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Good choice, right? I thought that was perfect.
No, this is an awesome choice. Yeah, I almost bought this book. So great timing.
That's
So
the risk we always
yo,
take.
yo,
I was gonna say with you,
Yeah.
that is always a risk.
We never quite know.
I'm going to be super quick. I'm gonna get out of here real quick, but I just wanted to say my favorite part of when Aficionado did this is just knowing, on tough days and stuff, people care about you, bro.
Yeah,
and
man.
You're special to us, and you're one of my staples of the community, dude. I always recommend your channel. I'm gonna get out of here. I love y'all. Peace, love, and I'll
Thanks,
be in the
Biggie.
chat.
thanks, Biggie brother. Appreciate
Later, guys.
Whew.
Second, what Biggie just said,
Totally.
the turnout for this, when he suggested this idea, everyone was just like, yes. I mean, you see the long list, and if we'd have asked more people, we probably could have got more people.
Man,
it was enough that it funded in 12 hours, and I started it at midnight. So if that tells you something, like from the time that people actually woke up, it was probably like four hours. And we hit up a lot of people. There's a lot of names on that list, and when we're doing these things, what still astonishes me is just how fast these, I don't even get an opportunity to go out second rounds to other people. It's just done. And it's really a tribute to this community and how giving and how much they care about each other. Right. So my hat's off to everybody who's watching this video, who's been involved in these. You guys are all tremendous. You really are. And you, Kavi, I mean, you're one of the best, right? And that's why everybody was able to do this for you.
Well, we all know how generous you are, man, and we all like to just pay you back a little bit here and there when we can.
I'm like totally speechless.
Yeah, this is the boss battle on steroids.
Yeah. We upgraded the team so we could do better.
Yeah.
Well, thanks everybody. Seriously, I spend so much on this hobby on my own, just for myself, that I just, my natural inclination is to be like generous and sort of pay it forward, I guess, because at the end of the day, none of this stuff really matters. It's just stuff, and I'd much rather take away the friendships than the stuff. But like, to get the stuff as a sign of the friendship is just, it's unbelievable. So
John here, like, literally woke up, paid, and said, all right, I'm going back to sleep.
Yeah, I heard that.
It was pretty funny.
And he's West Coast.
Well, John wakes up for 5 minutes. He has to check his Instagram.
Yeah.
And
Like I'm going to miss something.
So I guess this should go next to my college diploma and my high school diploma.
No, it should go next to the book on the wall, man.
There you go. There you go.
We just didn't want. We wanted you to have
Though,
something that showed to everybody who was involved, right? And it was like the best thing I could come up with was like a certificate.
Oh, can we see the certificate up close? I didn't really see it.
Yeah.
I tried, but the text was like too small, really.
Oh yeah,
Just a little bit.
yeah. Just overall, what it looks
There,
like.
yeah. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
we're part of the syndicate now, which is
I mean,
awesome.
I'll read the names.
Grail
I'll read the
Syndicate.
names: Geek Aficionado, Man Cave, Biggie, D-Ronk, 84, Bear, Tony NY, JoJo, Fuchsia and Soldier, JB, Discovery Bay, TJ, Unruly, JP, Steve Whiting, J Hood, White Whale, Andy, Comic Man Andy, Tony Sanders, Hylia, Comics Misexplained, Bubs, Los, Boywead7, Matt, Zach B, John's Comics with Kids, Don Dizzle, Backseat Driver, 36 Chambers, Mastodon, Daymares, No Good, Life with Two YouTubers, Comic Bag Musings, Simon Comics, Alex the Comic Quarter, Lady Fantastic, Rena, Magic Lasso, Tricky Trapster, Mr. Gorell, DS Comics, Metarog, Cookie, Just a Little Podcast, Simon R, Thanatos, wow, Thanatos, Reggie, that's awesome, Knights of Old, Take the Time Collectibles, who already is giving me some crazy generous gifts, which I just so happened to post today on Instagram from a year ago.
He apologizes, but
that's how
he
far
apologizes
behind I
not
am
able to
on
make it
posting stuff, and bona fide. So thank you guys so much. Seriously, it's freaking amazing.
Unruly wants to pull off a bank job now because he's getting kind of spry.
Kavi, save that certificate, man. That'll look really good on a resume.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna need that soon. I hope.
Yeah, if you need personal references, be like, you can refer to all 40 of these people or whatever.
I mean, you got plenty of wall space, right? You should put that up.
Yeah.
Bonafide,
That's what we're known for here in New York.
In the bathroom.
Endless wall and storage space.
Yes, he has so much space, so
He's got to put it in the
we
bathroom.
fill it up some more.
It's going in the bathroom. You can watch it on the show.
Oh man. Well, Jimmy. Thank you, man. thanks everybody.
Absolutely. I'm gonna jump out so I can let some other people in because there's
Yeah,
some
we
people
can jump out.
waiting to say hi.
Jimmy, this is your show, man. I'm gonna pop out.
I can jump out too. Like, sir,
Yeah, we're gonna recycle people in.
Kavi knows I love him. He's amazing. I want to say everyone in this community is amazing.
Thanks, JP.
Later, buddy.
Later, dude.
How about you guys?
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah,
Thanks for being here, guys.
Jimmy, thanks for making me part of a syndicate. Kavi, love you, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Later.
Yeah, man. What do you got another round to bring in? Why don't you bring in another round?
Yeah, you stick around. You got here late.
Okay.
Hey, fellas.
And Lopes.
Thanks, guys.
Here to stand up.
Absolutely, brother. Congrats, man. That thing is awesome. You're an awesome dude in the community. So everybody loves you, man. Everybody adores you. The stuff you do for the community is beyond words. It's a little something just to say we all love you.
Definitely, man. I mean, listen, you know, me and Kavi go way back. You know, Kavi was probably, I want to say my third subscriber, right? I mean, when I first did my first video and stuff like that. And, you know, since then, you know, I've always been down with Kavi no matter what is going on. When Jimmy was like, hey, we're doing this, it's like, yep, I'm in. You know that. There was no question about it. I mean, Kavi's, listen, man, you're an icon in this community, man. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit what anybody says. And you've done so much for this community. This was the least that we can do for you.
Who says otherwise, Los? Where do I find it?
Yeah, I mean, and especially, you know, Kavi coming from NYC, you know what I mean? That's where I was born and raised at before I moved out here. So, you know what I mean? Of course I had to represent too. It was like, yep, you know, Kavi's in. It's like, I need to be in on this, man. Definitely.
Thanks.
So congrats, brother. Congrats, man. You deserve it.
Thank you, brother.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff, man.
Well said. Yeah, Kavi, one of those dudes I wouldn't think twice. Once the bat signal went up, Jimmy put up the bat signal.
Yep.
He's one of those guys that I'm like, this is knee jerk. Got him.
Yeah.
And I was happy to see Biggie got the first round of Grail Syndicate. Awesome. And I was right when you first pulled that off, Jimmy, I'm like, ooh, who's next?
Yeah.
And Kavi was one of the first people I thought of. I was like, we should hit Kavi.
Absolutely. There was no question about who was
Yeah,
next.
it was like an overwhelming consensus. Of like, we're going to hit Kavi next, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, I got to think Man Cave. I don't know, is he back there yet? Man Cave was the biggest help for me because finding the book for you, hadn't bought yet.
Yeah.
And what I was so happy was when we had you on What Do You Hunt, you didn't have this on your list.
Well, I didn't really share much on that show. I'll admit, like,
that's so funny. We're gonna bring in a newbie, but he's rock solid.
What's up, Justin?
Justin, what's going on, brother?
What's up, guys? Just wanted to jump on real quick. Jimmy, man, thanks for really putting this whole thing together. It's been a really cool, just amazing experience to see the whole community come together, and especially for someone such as yourself, Kavi. I mean, you've been someone to me that I've known for the past. I've been on this Instagram channel for like 2.5 years. And I feel like I've known you pretty much the entire time that I've been on here. And not only that, you were one of the first people to really like engage with me and talk. You know, if I had a question about like how to sell or how to package things or the boxes that I have behind me, or, you know, I know we've talked about so many different things. You were one of the first people who really gave me your time. And, you know, and I don't know, man, you've always stood out to me in a way that you're the kindest, man. I hear so many great things about you too, with everything else that you've done for everybody in the community. And so this is really special that we can all come together and do something like this for you. And I just want to say thanks, man. And just a big shout out to you and everything that you do for this community. This is what I love the community so much. And I see so many different circles of this of the community, you know, the massive community, especially YouTube, Instagram. And it's just cool to see. I mean, the people, Jimmy, that you had in this circle, there were some people I didn't know, some people I knew very well, and everything in between. And so moments like this, experiences like this, is what I just absolutely love so much. So just want to say that, Jimmy, thank you, man. Everybody else on here.
Dude, thanks so much, man. You're like, you're one of the coolest dudes I enjoy talking to in the community. and hopefully here in a couple months we'll be able to like hang out in person or something, you know, because we are pretty close.
We are.
Yeah.
Seriously.
For sure, dude. Well, I can't stay long. I just wanted to jump in real quick and just say my piece. But
Thanks, brother.
Y'all keep it going. Jimmy, keep it going, man. Thank you guys so much.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys.
Thanks for stopping by. We got another happy camper from the East Coast or West Coast.
Go,
John.
Good job.
Across the pond.
I got started like trying to send an email. I was like, wait, he's putting me on now. How's it going?
I don't care, JoJo. Get on here.
This is a fact. So yeah, the very first AoK I ever got was from this guy. Like he's like, oh, I want to send you and the girls a little something, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. This box arrives. It's like a fridge. Like it's like a college fridge size box.
Yeah. So I went to Midtown Comics like physically in person, and I was just gonna get like a toy and maybe some trades. And then I was like, I'll take this toy. I'll take that slab. I'll take.
He's like a grandparent buying at Christmas, and
then I was like, well, I can't really take all this on the subway.
Well, then it was like, he's like, oh yeah, your girls should have a 9/8 slab. They should. I'm like, I don't even have a 9/8 slab. What is happening right now?
Yeah. Then I threw in a slab for my PC for John separately. Yeah.
It was insane. It was so. Hey, this is a little turnaround.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I mean, I think it was so awesome when I got to go out to LA. Like that was like a year and change ago, right before COVID hit. Like right before
exactly.
Like I went to LA, and it was a work trip, but I was able to sneak in a little bit of Comic Fam after dark hours, and John and I went hunting at a couple of comic shops, had a good time.
In the minivan, we were like soccer momming it. It was awesome.
We went out for sushi. That was awesome.
Well, and I bought two. It's funny because I bought two Art Germ poster prints that are twins to the ones that one that Jimmy bought. Like I got them for my girls, so they got like a Mira and a Wonder Woman.
And we stumbled across that G.I. Joe book at what was it, Golden Apple?
It was Golden Apple, yeah.
Is that the one you just got had slab, the 21?
It's the finale issue, 150.
Yes,
the
finale, yeah. But yeah, that was a spontaneous AoK on my part.
Man, I was like, oh, that's a cool book. I haven't seen one of those in the wild. And he's like, okay, I got it.
What are you talking about? You got it. Like, what are you talking about?
It was
no, but that was a blast. Like I wish circumstances were different because I would have been back in LA and again this year, but
we would all have been back in Chicago.
Yeah,
that too. Yeah,
John would have seen a con again.
It's been so dang long. So long, I don't even remember Bear Island's video anymore.
I know, right?
True. So we do have a couple more guys waiting backstage.
I can bounce if you want to rotate some people.
Well, you just got here. I'm gonna pick Comic Head and hook you up.
I'm gonna jump off. Kavi, you're the man.
Kenny, love you, brother.
Genuine friendships.
Thank you, guys.
Cookie, thank you so much, bro.
Absolutely, guys.
Thanks,
Kavi
guys.
left me with one of the best books, the best bangers in my collection. That Submariner one, I'll never forget.
Subby.
Yeah, one of my premier books in my collection is thanks to this man. So, always looking out for you. Thanks everybody. Jimmy, you're the man. Take care. Bye-bye.
Get it.
All right. So Mastodon's here to help me out for messing up his name. And
Bubs.
What's
going on, brother?
Okay, Bub's here. I gotta go then.
Everybody gotta go now.
Oh man,
this is funny. I got it. Sums up Kavi giving an AoK completely because he just does it because he can, and it's super generous. Absolutely, and that's why we're all here tonight.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, everybody go watch The Last Con if you haven't.
So yeah, if you haven't been to a con recently, watch The Last Con, and you get to watch all of us at a con. It'll make you feel better.
No.
But it's an awesome video.
At least while you're watching it, and then when it's over, you realize that you weren't there.
Well, what the hell are you doing?
I was helping him out. What's going on, guys?
What's up, Bubs? Thank you so much for being part of this, brother. I do appreciate it, man.
Absolutely. And I was trying to think, my wife was asking me, well, he said, what did Kavi get you? And I was like, I don't think he's ever got
when he said that, I started like cross-referencing names on the list, and I was like, I don't know if I've hit all of these people. Now I have a list.
But you helped Kenny get his Submariner #1.
I did, and therefore
because
you
of
got
that
your copy.
Extreme generosity, he sold me his at market value.
There you go. There you go.
Hey, you should be happy you got it now.
Absolutely. And might I say how great it is to see a guy get an AoK and actually open it, because the last couple I sent out,
I haven't gotten a chance to yet, man. It's still sitting sealed up. But I will do it soon. I'm going to do it on camera too.
All right.
I didn't want to not do it on camera.
Oh, good.
Oh man,
it's awesome. I think I mean, so far, I mean, obviously, done 2 of these and stuff like that, and it always, it kind of doesn't, but it does at the same time. How it amazes me how quickly these things get wrapped up, right? It's like the signal goes out and it's like, hey, we're doing this, and it's like, all right, and then 3 hours later, it's like, hey, we're done. It's like, wait, what the hell? Like, you just sent the message out. I'm like, how are we done already? It's like, yeah, we're done. It's like, okay.
Seriously, I had to refund people. I literally had to refund people to let other people in. It was crazy.
It was nuts.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And,
No,
honestly,
it's awesome.
it's happened both times too. So just absolutely nuts.
So crazy.
I almost wasn't a part of it because I got how Instagram sends you the little messages that you've been added to a group.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I almost deleted it because I thought it was another one of them porn groups that I got added to that I always delete.
Sure.
I looked and
thanks for clearing that up.
I read what you said you were doing, and I was like, "Oh hell yeah!" Because Kavi, Kenny, and I all started right around the same time. I mean, we're all within like a week of each other.
Yeah. Class of 2018.
Yeah.
Class of 2018.
I was like, hell yeah.
Or I think that was 20. I lost Mike.
Yeah.
I have no idea what time is anymore, but
Something
yeah.
So it's actually kind of funny because the one of the funnier parts about it is it's like I have to do more than one group on Instagram because you can only have so many people in one group.
Yeah.
And what was funny is it's like people like get into they don't see it for a couple hours and they're like, I don't have time to read through this whole thing. What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Give me the top version.
Alex kept doing that.
Right.
I had to put it on mute.
I can't go to the top of the page. It's too damn long.
I had to mute it.
What the hell is this?
Everyone's like, send.
Just take my money. Just take my money.
Yeah, I was like, I just sent it and then put it on mute, and then I checked it like every other day to make sure I didn't miss the live stream. Like, you guys,
Right.
Awesome.
Well, okay. So here's the funny part. So little story here. I've been looking for this book for, I want to say, pretty like I'd say 2 weeks after we did Biggie's. And that should tell you how often this book comes up in a nice, presentable copy.
Doesn't come up that often, no.
It rarely does. And I'm picking up my daughter from work late at night. It was snow all over the place, so I didn't want her to drive. And so I just pulled up. I pull up to pick her up, and it's like after midnight. I'm exhausted. I just rolled over into the passenger seat, let her drive home, and I pop up Instagram, and it was just boom right there. The first thing on Instagram was this book, and I'm like, hold the book, just take it down. And I asked him, I said, hey, I need 48 hours to just like, and I explained to him what was going on and what we were doing. And I'm like, I just need 48 hours. And he's like, okay, can you mark a claim in there? I'm like, no, he'll see me. And he'll be like, Jimmy, great book. Oh my God, it's amazing. And I'm like, no, it's not. However, funny story. Since you were getting that, I took advantage of the fact that this stuff was being shipped from Singapore.
Wow.
and I got this.
Ooh.
Oh, nice, dude. Yeah, that's a great one.
Fly Devil.
There you go.
Yeah,
Now
like
you know why some people didn't get all their refunds.
I helped with that, didn't I? Didn't I help with that?
Do you have any idea what the shipping cost was on that to ensure that?
Wait, show that again. Though. Show that
package?
again. Show that again. I love that one. That's a good one. Yeah.
Look at these amazing yellow covers, and they're still
dude,
super sharp.
It's like it's stained through here, but like, and it's got a spine roll. But I'm like, I think it looks a little too brittle for me to actually do anything.
I just dig Batman on a horse for some reason.
Right?
Just always cool to me.
On gladiator style.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, no.
Nice. You got art. You got art and Golden Age Batman. I love it.
I did, dude. Kavi, you're amazing.
Love it. I'm like, all of my tastes are just influencing the community.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What is going on?
And Bear's right. It is. It's the first Professor Carter Nichols.
Yeah, love that guy. Love that guy.
Awesome.
You got.
That's one of the things, Kavi, that I think you're just awesome about is you have an infectious collecting style that people see your passion for stuff and they're like, you know what, that is cool. I want to get that too. I want to get into that. How do I get into that? And then you help them too. You know, the ones that are brave enough to come to you and have the checkbook to match. You know, they're like, all right, well, let's make this happen.
Hey, but the door is always open if anybody wants advice on certain things.
Well, you're rubbing off the community. Wait. You're rubbing off on the community, and we're really
infectious.
And you're an infect. Yes,
that's what I'm getting from this.
Even though I got a ouchie.
I'm trying to help. Yeah,
I really don't know about this.
All right, guys. Hey, I love you, Kavi. Congratulations, man. You totally deserve it.
You just got yourself added to my next round.
No, I don't do revenge AOKs either. Just send it on somebody.
You said too much, Bubs. You said too much.
You said too close to the sun.
No need to rub off on anyone else or rub. Yes, you're infectious. And all right, we'll catch you later, guys.
Done messed up.
Someone cut the feed. Someone cut the feed.
Well, we've got a quick replacement here.
So,
how you doing,
dude? I'm overwhelmed. Really, like this is, I was looking forward to unveiling this crazy story and this art Grail, but I was not expected to be like shaky with this.
So I want to ask you something. Knowing that you're a huge Marilyn Monroe fan, I'll ask you 3 words that Marilyn said when she came to New York City. Isn't it delicious?
Yes. Yeah, this is delicious, man.
You deserve it. And as part of group number 2, which from my understanding was the chatty group,
okay.
Very happy to be such a small part of this for such a deserving person. So congratulations to you and all that you inspire among us in the community.
Thanks, brother.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, and it's one of those things too, right? It's so easy to come up with the words, right? When you're talking about Kavi, right? I mean, how he's like reached out to so many members of the community and stuff like that. He's helped out so many people, and he's always there, right? He watches everybody's stuff. He's down to jump into anybody's chat. Doesn't matter whenever's going on. You need to be in the panel. You need somebody cool. The knowledge that he has of Golden Age, Batman, whatever it is, right? Like just the knowledge, and he's willing to share that with everybody. And regardless if you have a large channel, small channel, it doesn't matter, right? Like he's there. He's like, you need help, I'm there. And that's why like this was so easy and such a no-brainer for everybody to just jump in this. And again, I'm happy to just be a small part of that, right? And I'm pretty sure everybody else is. And like I said, I mean, Jimmy did an amazing job, keeping this under wraps and just reaching out to everybody. And again, to get it done in such a small amount of time was like, yep, exactly.
So
exactly
when I saw that the video had like 14 or 15 likes before we even went live, I smelled something fishy, but I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to.
Wow.
I didn't want to.
What does that say about my channel?
He said, well, thanks for that.
I was like, what's happening?
Yeah, I tried to wait to like share it until like after you guys were about to go live, so that it wasn't like all across. Everybody's sharing it. Everybody's putting it on.
It's like, why are so many people sharing this?
Wow, is this an art AoK?
It's like, wow, a lot of people are excited about Jimmy getting into the OA game. Like,
man,
lots.
What?
Well, I think that is very.
That?
No, that is something very awesome that I'm excited about. That Jimmy got his first OA pages. Like I'm super stoked about that.
Yeah.
So
that's why that guy is right there.
Yeah.
That was my first original art, and because of Kavi, because of the original art hour and seeing all this amazing art, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy me some art. It's like, I'm gonna buy me something. So, again, there's Kavi just rubbing off on everybody.
It doesn't have to be expensive. Like there's a lot of affordable original art.
I've been watching Kavi, with the original art hour and stuff, and like some of the stuff that he shows. And it's at one point I actually made a list of like art that I would want to have from people, right? And like one of them, like at the very top, was Mark Silvestri, but more towards like darkness, like because I loved his work in darkness. But being a huge X-Men fan and Silvestri's work, it didn't even click until I actually saw it. And I was like, oh my god, that's right. He was like epic,
Yeah, and those are seriously, Jimmy, like those are the kind of pages that like, there's a large segment within the OA collecting community that collects X-Men, and so those pages are really popular these days. So
yeah, I mean he was on it when there was first Sinister and all that, right? He did that cover, and
I have it signed by him too. Yeah, all the early he did the Mutant Massacre. Yeah, I mean just some epic work in the X-Men in the X-Men run. So yeah, very much enjoy it.
Awesome.
Oh man, guys.
I look like a tomato. I'm gonna pop out of here and let some other people in.
Just watching Kavi's reaction. He just keeps holding it. Like
every once in a while, I was like,
"Are you real? Are you real?"
Well, I'm looking at the back cover now. Like I'm looking at because I love these back covers. The air rifle, Red Rider.
That's awesome.
What just happened? Did we lose Jimmy?
On purpose. That was on purpose. It's a step up. I'm just gonna say
it. On his own channel. It's like it's a step.
No, I'm popping out for a minute.
Gotcha.
It's a good thing.
What you drinking, Los?
Screwball peanut butter whiskey.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Living dangerously.
You got my attention, Lowe's.
Hey, what you got? Oh, okay. This show just changed.
Like most geek aficionados, you never know where it's going to go. Just derails.
Exactly. It's like, well, it went to whiskey, it went to cigars, it went to like his show just changes up all the time.
Is there actually someone else coming on here, or are we just?
I have no idea.
Is he going to the bathroom?
It could be. But TJ's here. Hey, TJ. We are not going to recap everything, TJ, but if you want, I'll hold up some of the stuff there.
Yeah, there you
TJ, go. Thank you so much for being part of this effort. Sorry, it was a CBCS. I heard that was a challenge for you during the process.
Sorry. I would. Hey, you know what, Kavi? You didn't pick it, right? You didn't pick CBCS, right? So.
Yes, exactly. It wasn't my fault.
It wasn't your fault.
But I have picked CBCS books in the past, and I know TJ is not like that. But hey, what are you gonna do?
Well, the way I hear it, you're liable to get a bug in a CGC case.
And the art page that I bought was John Romita Jr. and John Romita Sr. from Amazing Spider-Man Annual 16, from the first appearance of Monica Rambeau as Captain Marvel and the first use of her powers.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a great page.
That's awesome.
So
yeah, that cover is so yellow, man.
Yeah, seriously. And the fact that this kind of like AoK community that went on has an actual name now. And Jimmy actually made the certificate for it, that was awesome. It just put it over the top. I was like, "Yep, yeah, perfect, absolutely perfect."
It legitimizes it.
Oh yeah, definitely for sure.
But we do have somebody else. I'm gonna step out and let this legend. Come on.
I was gonna say you can let me go. I'm here. I'm here, still here.
Oh, what's up, buddy? But I saw your name. I saw your name on the list, and I freaked out. I was like, "Thanatos."
Dang, dude, that's so pretty. I was just at the gym, and I see all these Instagram messages flying through, and then I got the email for the chat, and I'm like, big things are happening. It's happening. So, dude, super congrats, man. Seeing the process of all of that going through was super cool, and it was nice that I think there was a little bit of people were like, is this happening? And to see it finally come to fruition for you was really cool. I have by all means hardly any part in this, by the way, 0 part. I'm just here to say congrats, and this is really great.
Thank you, dude. Thank you for contributing. I can't. All of you guys, seriously, this is really cool. Really cool of you. When are you making a video again, though? What's the deal?
Okay. So, I don't know. I feel much better. Everything's fine. I got a new job, so I'm actually working the first time in 12 years. I'm working a regular day shift job where I can sleep at night. I can have a regular life schedule. So I'm hoping I have a draft in my email that literally every time I think of an idea for a show or something, I write it down. So I'll slowly be reaching out to people, John Lowe's, to kind of get things rolling again, because I would love to. As soon as this is so.
I thought you were just seeing super pale.
That's also true. It's snowing right now.
It looks good to me. It's better than it being too dark, man.
That's the white whale way. And speaking of which, he's here in spirit.
That's all right.
AoK, thank you. I saw your name on the list.
Is that better?
Even though you'll probably never see this.
I mean, it's still you.
So did I miss obviously I'm not good at checking any kind of social media. I'm actually really bad at it. The importance of this book to you. Can you reiterate that to
well, yeah, I mean, the importance of
it's Professor Nichols. That's all you need to know. It's the one Professor and only from all the Batman films. It's Professor Nichols.
So it's important because it's the first detailed origin of Batman. It's more in depth than the first time his origin is told in Detective Comics 33. And in Detective Comics 33, the robber that shoots and murders Bruce Wayne's parents isn't specified as a specific character name. It's just generic robber, And in this, he's actually called Joe Chill.
That's dope.
And it's his death. So it's like the first time Joe Chill is referenced by name, and it's a detailed retelling of his origin. The first time after Tech 33, which is an impossibly expensive book to get.
Yeah,
Detective.
They're all ridiculous.
Yeah, but this is an awesome book.
The first bat signal on the cover. Damn.
No, this is not the first bat signal on the cover.
Jeff Schultz, you're a liar.
Yeah, I have the first bat signal on the cover. It's Detective Comics 108. But yeah.
That's one of the things I've always I'm so happy that I'm a Green Lantern fan, because getting his first appearance expensive, but it's not if I was a Superman or a Batman fan, no way. Yeah. I would be well, I guess I'm never going to have those ever.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I really lucked out because my favorite things are Batman, Spider-Man, X-Men, TMNT, and Star Wars. How about that?
Oh, man.
Nice.
What's up, Kavi?
Dude, good to see you, man.
You're not even pausing the gambling? You can stop the slot machine and just take a break.
Where are you at?
Slot machine.
I guess Alec
gambling
will see
with
this video. He's in the
here.
chat. What's up, Alec?
Just man, I'm so happy to be a part of this.
Thank you for being part of this, dude.
It's amazing. You're such a great guy. Always make everyone feel happy. You're there. I remember going through some bad moments and we chatted. It was you're just great. I don't know. I was expecting some tears.
Dude,
But,
dude, thank you so much, man. When I saw your name on the list, I was like, man, that's
did
really
well.
cool. You know, you're my favorite member of the chat. Like, as I keep saying, like your ability to influence the content from the chat is by far the best.
To annoy any host.
No. It's not annoying. Well, maybe a little, but you're the man, dude. I love interacting with you in this community. I'm super glad you're part of the OA Hour crew and have been on that show. Your comic collection is next level, and your art collection is also fantastic. And you're just a nice person. So
is that an arcade in the background? What?
It's a Stargate.
Thank you, Rena. Hey, Sharon.
I'm gonna, Jimmy, you can bounce me out of here because I gotta go get dinner for the kids, and I know there's other people that want to jump in, and now I'm right next to him, so like that's even worse. Like, let's just make it all happen here. But congrats, Kavi.
Thanks, brother John. I appreciate you, bro.
How long have you been on YouTube so far?
Me?
Yeah.
Like making videos or just like hanging out?
Like your channel, you know.
My first video I put up the week of New York Comic Con in 2018. So it was like a couple days before New York Comic Con 2018, which is usually in October. So 2.5 years, something like that. Yeah. Been making
Think
videos.
of what you'll be getting in like 10 years from now.
I don't want anything
From
else,
us.
guys. I swear. I don't want anything else. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, shit. You know, we all, basically remember Kavi when he was doing, no face. It was just
no face.
He would just show the books and he'll show the New York skyline and
Yeah,
it's like,
New York skyline. That was great.
That's it.
Yeah, so John was, just here, but John and Alec, hey Jojo, what's up?
Jojo.
What's up? Can you guys hear me? I'm good.
Yes.
All right. I
hear
was
ya.
having some trouble earlier. But hey, Kavi, I
Hey.
just wanted to jump on here before I start crying. You know, the waterworks
cry.
come in. But I just wanted to say thank you for being so awesome and doing what you do for this community because you do inspire a lot of people.
Oh, thank you.
Just with your kindness alone, So, yeah, I really appreciate your friendship.
Me too.
It's been awesome just hanging out, talking. And yeah, I already feel it coming in.
I see it right there above her left shoulder.
This is so hard.
Put some sunglasses on.
But yeah, thank you so much for this.
Yes.
This was
Congratulations.
amazing. I just can't thank you enough for the kindness in general. And yeah, just keep doing what you do. I'm glad to be a part of it. I don't know if Jimmy's still listening, but thank you, Jimmy. Like, this was incredible. And I'm really, like I said, really, really happy to be a part of it.
Well, I love talking with you, Jojo, especially about movies and stuff. And I had such a blast when we did that whole Tenet show with Carlito, and I can't wait to do our next, whatever we do next, because it'll be fun, man.
Definitely more to come, I'm sure. But yeah.
Don't cry.
I know. I'm gonna jump off before I start crying. But
That was good.
She was like, "Ow."
Peace out.
Yo, H.
Yo.
What's up, buddy?
Very
What's
sick.
What's going on, brother?
How are you?
I feel like I'm being roasted, but there's no jokes.
I'm happy for you.
Spider-Man sucks.
All right, I just felt a lot better.
Yeah, man. I was glad I could be a part of it. I was a huge Batman fan myself. I was pretty stoked that that was the book he was getting for you.
Dude, thank you for being a part of it, man. You've already hooked me up so many times with your art, which I love. Your art is fantastic. So
Appreciate it.
I didn't need another hookup from you, but I'm so glad you were part of it because you've already been so generous with me already. So
yeah, I'm glad you liked it, man.
Thanks, brother. What are you up to these days?
Just working, man, a lot. Like, I don't know.
That's good. You're open.
All the stimulus
Better than
money
not.
and
Yeah.
tax season. It's just like
Yeah.
I'm just, taking it all in, so it's been really busy. And like when we shut down, I let a couple guys go. So now it's only me and another guy, basically every day, nonstop. So it's been a lot of work, but it's fun. You know what I mean? I don't really have a job. It's more of like a career. So,
well, I'm glad things are not as ridiculous as what they were before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. It was funny too, because my accountant goes to me when I was, doing my taxes this year. He goes, "How come the shipping costs went up so high?" And I said, "Dude, how do you think I made money over those 3 months?" I was like, he's like,
you had to
really?
do something.
He's like, really? I was like, yeah, man. Like it skyrocketed. I was like, I was making money somehow, bro. Like,
yeah.
He's like, oh, I didn't even think of that. I said, well, hey, I'm a hustler. I'll pivot.
Pivot. Bobby, I'm a head out. I just want to say,
dude, Matt,
congratulations.
Thank you so much, brother.
And gentlemen, have a great night.
I was going to say earlier, though, I was going to say quickly earlier, what John and Alec was the channel that I went from a no-face channel to a in front of the camera channel on their, new Comic Book Day book club or whatever. But the first time I ever uploaded a video on my own channel with my face on it was for Thanatos for his 700 subscriber. It was a 700 subscriber contest, which I don't even remember how long ago that was.
Oh, you wanted them legs.
That's right. That's right. And like it was the ask on the video was to like remake your first video or something like that, or like do a redo. Yep. So I opened the video with my face, but then I went back to the old school, like no faces for that video. So the point was to redo your first video. So that was a fun one. So I just wanted to mention that. So thank you again, brother.
I'm very happy that you've stuck with it and you are thriving, brother. It's Thanks, great to see you and see all the love that you're getting.
Thanks, brother.
But gentlemen, enjoy your night. Los, don't get too drunk. Or do, I don't know.
Bye, Sharon.
Okay, I got to leave studio.
There, Matt. All right, I'm going to pop off too, Kavi.
Thanks, Donnie.
Thank you for everything that you bring to this community. I mean, I couldn't say anything better than everybody else has said. And that's just a beautiful book. Enjoy that book.
Hell yeah, it is. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you, Jimmy, for including me in this, even though I almost deleted it because of what I thought it was. It pays to look.
It certainly does. Thanks for being a part of it, Donnie.
Yes, absolutely. Later, guys.
See you later, Donnie.
Later.
Oh. All right. Well, I feel like I've been hit by a brick. So.
Kissed by a brick, you mean?
Kissed by a brick.
Yeah, I got to take off myself too, but I just want to say, Jimmy, thanks again, brother, for putting this together. You've done 2 already. They've been wildly successful. I'm pretty sure there's going to be another one in the works, and I'm definitely going to be part of that one as well. This community has given me so much. Kavi, again, we can't say enough, right, about what he's done for this community and what he's contributed to this community. And that's why, congrats on this AoK, brother. And again, I'm just happy to be a part of it. And Jimmy, when the next one comes up, just let me know, man, because, I'll be a part of it again.
No, it's already in the planning stages, so don't worry about that.
Yes, sir. And 36, thanks, brother, for my first.
And I won't be left
my
off
first commission.
Hopefully,
that was my first commission. So, and thanks to Kavi again, putting me onto that. And he's like, "Yo, talk to 36." I was like, "Yep." So that was my first commission done too. So thanks again.
Oh, yeah.
Again, Kavi influencing the community.
I have I think I have how many? I think I have 6 pieces by 36 between sketch covers and regular style pieces, and I have an idea for my 7th piece that I need to talk to you about. But yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So
yes, sir.
He's one of the top community artists, in my opinion.
Definitely.
By far.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
So,
The work you were doing during the pandemic was fantastic. If I could have afforded to get some of those at the time, I would have been in on it.
Definitely. But I mean, again, thanks again, man. Thanks for having me on. And it was just amazing, brother. Kavi.
Thank you.
Yo, I mean, just keep doing what you're doing, brother. You know what I mean? We all gonna be here for the ride for you, man. So, whatever you need, let me know. I'm here, man. So
thanks, brother.
Thanks a lot, everybody, man. I'll see you guys next time.
Later.
Jimmy, H, take it easy, man.
And then there were 3.
Yeah. So sadly, there were a number of people that were unable to make it tonight.
Totally cool.
Steve Whiting and Hialeah both send their condolences, as does Damers, or I should say, send their congratulations. As does Damers.
I got a couple people texted me just now also that they said that they wish they could have made it or whatever. But all good, guys. I totally appreciate the thought of you being involved. It's incredible.
And I'm so glad I got to pull this over on you.
I had my suspicions. I didn't want to ruin it. I didn't ruin it.
Oh yeah.
The syndicate strikes again.
Totally.
Well, I mean, I don't want to prolong it. We're at 80 minutes, so if you want to wrap it up, we can go for it. Up to you.
I booked the evening.
I mean, I don't know what else to say anymore. It's like
I gotta get up. I gotta get up to
you, the wings, but yeah, I'll leave it to H. Go ahead, man.
I gotta get up to you, Kavi, so we can link up.
Hell yeah, dude.
Do some
man.
shopping.
Yeah, man. I get
Midtown's open, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, pretty much. I mean,
everything.
New York's at like the spot. We just opened up like indoor dining to 50% this week or whatever. So it's everybody's being safe about it, but things are opening up.
Nice.
And I've got 1 out of 2 Fauci ouchies, so I'm all right.
Me too. So we're good.
Yeah,
they haven't opened up the shots to everybody here yet. They're about to though, so shortly.
Yeah.
Hey, a big tip for anyone that's trying to get a Fauci ouchie: sign up for the cancellation lists at every pharmacy you can find.
Yeah.
Vaccines are done by appointment, and if the appointment gets canceled, that vaccine could go to waste.
Good idea. Yeah.
And they'll call you up.
Because it has a shelf life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got one because of that, and there's no way I should be qualified to have one yet. But it was.
Well, you are old enough.
What's that?
You are old enough.
I am. Thank you, avocado.
That's the avocado comment.
That's funny. Or you can just say you smoke. They don't ask if you.
Yeah.
There's no way to prove it.
Yeah.
Dude.
Epic night for Kavi.
Pretty good Sunday.
Pretty good.
I will say this though. So we just spent like 50 minutes talking about how awesome that Batman book is.
Mm-hmm.
That freaking page is so dope, dude. Like, holy shit.
It is.
It's a grail.
Yeah.
It's a huge grail. Yeah.
Man.
Definitely in my like top 5 OA pages for sure now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh man, I am overwhelmed, guys.
Biggie wants to make you cry.
I dare you, Biggie.
I told everybody they were laying odds on Instagram earlier, and I'm like, I don't know, dude. He's a thug, man. He's been living in New York through a pandemic.
Yeah, I'm
sure he's figured out.
Like it takes a lot. I did find myself kind of tearing up, like at Javits Center the other day on Friday when I was getting my first shot, and because of everything that's happened over the last year, and also like what that building means to me as far as like memories and good times and stuff as it relates to Comic-Con. So that was probably the last time I shed a tear, and I think it was deserved. But yeah.
All right. Well, with those happy thoughts.
Man.
We'll close with that and hang out in the back room. So everybody, thank you for showing up.
Guys.
Everybody who was involved in this, Absolutely. I very much appreciate everybody who was involved in Kavi. We definitely appreciate you, brother. I mean, and this is evidence of that in a small token that we could do. It was just, yeah.
Thanks, everybody. I really, 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 really appreciate it. And it means a lot to me. Thank you.
All right. And with that, so long. Have a great rest of your weekend and have an excellent week. Thanks, everybody.